church, Proverbs 10:27, the fear of the Lord prolonged days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. So with that being said, who killed Pac? Allegedly, I wasn't there, but you know, you put your ear to the streets might say something. So with that being said, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, the nephew of Keefe D, known Crips, is the one that killed Tupac. The same guy that Tupac was on video punching in the Vegas lot, the casino, whatever y'all want to call it. That's the same nigga that allegedly killed him. The same person that Tupac stole on is the person that killed him. In the conversation, Keefe D decided to speak about this because his nephew was no longer here. So it's not like he could be brought up on crimes and nothing like that. Oh, he ratting, like, which is why he waited so long. Why did Orlando, you know, motherfuckers talking about these conspiracies. It's no conspiracies, bro. This ain't that type of situation. What you saw is exactly what happened. So why did he kill Pac? Being that he's a reputable, quote unquote, member. I mean, me personally, if it ain't uplifting the black community, I don't give a shit. But anyways, I'm not the judge. To move along. Being that he's a stepper and all this shit, you can't go back home and say, yo, you got bumped for your chain and all this. Niggas got up with you and what we about to do, and you ain't about to do nothing. Now everything you've ever done is in question. Oh, you not with it? Like, nah, you probably wasn't never with it. You probably ain't even do all that shit. And listen, I gotta say, everything you do for people that's not for you, it'll never be enough. But anything you do for somebody that is for you, it'll always be enough. So with that being said, the one time you don't do something, now everything you've ever done is in question. To move along. So what was Baby Lane doing there? Around this time, Mike Tyson was one of the most known boxers, known for knocking motherfuckers out in the first round. Niggas betting, like, this might not even last to the second round. This may not last after I eat this bag of chips. Shit like that. So, everybody who's anybody is here that night. So, it wasn't just him that was there. Everybody was there. So, it was known that he was a step in the streets in LA, but, you know, after a while, he got a woman, he got a child and shit like that. You don't want to be doing that shit no more. Your girl nagging you supposed to change, and you like, bitch, do you know how much shit I done out here? And we supposed to be a family, and we can't do this type of shit forever. And you're like, oh man, all right, I'ma change. You want to get a job now? That's what he was doing in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be a rapper and shit like that. He was like, you know, I need something else. Like, being in the streets, I can't do that forever. So, it's only so long until you either get caught up or dead. So, with that being said, he, from my point of view, he thinking like, yo, they gonna see me with this chain, and, you know, I'm like, look, like, you know, I went through the proper channels, this and that. I got connects and all that. Like, yo, I'm really out here, and, you know, reputation is everything. Especially around this time. Reputation was everything, so they thinking like, they gonna see me, hear about me with this chain on. Niggas going like, yo, where you get that? Like, yo, you see, I can do this, you know what I'm saying? I would be an asset to your team. You know what I'm saying? I'm about what I talk about, this and that, this and that. So we thinking this is gonna give him some clout with Death Row. And it did the complete opposite. Why was he standing there with security? For those of y'all that's probably lost in the sauce, I'm talking about Orlando Baby Lane Anderson. Why was he standing there with security? Because, you know, y'all gotta stop thinking that people don't know what the fuck's going on. They like, Death Row, like, he with Death Row, oh, we about to stop him. He definitely got warrants. That's why he was stopped. And you see on the camera, if you've seen the footage, that's why he was in the Vegas lot around the security. You know, you got on this Death Row chain, and they know who the fuck Death Row is. Stop thinking that motherfuckers don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, they stop him. One of the niggas that got bumped for the Death Row chain, he like, yo, these niggas, you know, it's a nigga, you know, in the lobby, you know, lacking. Like, he got the chain on. I know that's my shit. This and that, this and that. Why did he say something? Because it's like, motherfucker would have found out. Like, motherfucker went in the lobby. Like, they was in the lobby and you ain't say nothing. You ain't do nothing. Like nigga, you got bumped for your chain. Ain't you a fucking man? You gonna let a nigga take something from you? Like, you dead up here until you find that man. So, you know, whatever. So, Tupac decides to punch the dude because they, some niggas bumped the homie for the chain and all that. They jumped him, whatever. In the midst of the scuffle, the chain got snatched. Bam, them niggas ran off. Whatever. So, with that being said, they like, well, y'all jumped one of ours, so we about to jump one of y'all's. But it ain't no honor amongst thieves. Niggas is not about to, you know, just, all right, y'all got one up on us. We got y'all. It's all cool. Like, it ain't no honor amongst thieves. Baby Lane thinking like, I can't go back to the block, and niggas like, bro, we heard what happened. We saw the footage and this, that. Niggas is leaking the footage and niggas is talking crazy on you right now. And you know what I'm saying? You know how word travels. Like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Looking at. So he like, I can't let this, you know, my reputation is all I got. This is all he got. Like, that's all he got. So he like, and the nigga that punched me was Tupac. He not about to take it to court. Let's take it to trial. Fuck it. So these bitches happen to be screaming out Tupac name. That's how they found them in traffic. No, Suge didn't have nothing to do with Pac getting shot. Stop spreading that bullshit. Why the fuck would he set a motherfucker up and get shot in the head in the process? That's dumb. Because you don't know if you going to survive. So why would... Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all shoot me in the head. But don't shoot me all the way. Like, what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. People just be talking. They don't know what the fuck going on. Like, if anything, it would have looked suspicious had, you know, they shooting from your side, but you don't get hit. That'd be suspicious. But anyway, nah. He didn't set Pac up. He had nothing to gain. He was gaining more from Pac being alive than him dead. Let's keep it a whole bean. So with that being said, stop saying that Suge Knight has something to do with Pac getting killed. They just happened to be at the light. They just happened to be at the light going to the club 662. Originally, Baby Lane, Keefy D and them was supposed to catch them at the club, but they pulled up to the club a little earlier than expected because Suge and them wasn't there. They spent the block, boom, you know, driving around. We ain't gonna find these motherfuckers. Let's stab out. They happened to hear some bitches screaming when they got to a light. When they was approaching a light, they dug between the cars, boom. Then that's how that happened. So with that being said, man, if Pac was alive, I would tell him, listen, man, no matter what you do for people that ain't for you, it'll never be enough. If you, I'm talking to y'all, the youth, the grown men, the ladies, all that. You can't please somebody that's not for you. Believe me, I tried. But, hey, if your way is working, by all means, do you. But for those that want to know, you hear me? If you don't fight a motherfucker, people will say you a bitch. You do fight a motherfucker, oh yeah, you real now. But you didn't fight that other motherfucker though. You go and fight that person, say you lose. Yeah, but you fought that person, but you lost though. Say you fight that person and you win. Oh, you won, but oh yeah, you really with it now. But you ain't, but this motherfucker over here, yeah, they done fought 10 motherfuckers. You fight 10 motherfuckers and you win them all. Oh, yeah, my bro really like that. And say the one time you lose, oh man, bro, he hogged you. Yeah, you whooped 10 motherfuckers, but you ain't whooped that motherfucker. It'll never be enough. And the people that's instigating all this shit ain't did half the shit that you would probably do. This is the situation that Pac was in. Oh, he not really like that because he used to dance. Oh, he not really like that because he used to color in the lines. I color outside the lines. Like, I jumped off the porch way before you did. Oh, yeah, you fought motherfuckers, but you ain't kill a motherfucker, though. You go and kill somebody. Oh, you killed one person, but this motherfucker stood over a nigga. This nigga. Oh, yeah. You really a stepper now. See, you kill somebody, but you ain't been to jail, though. You don't know what it's like. And then you go to jail. Yeah, but I heard you wasn't really like that in there. You was reading books and shit, getting an education. Then you with that shit while you in there. Oh, yeah, you really with this shit now. Yeah. Facing a life sentence. Facing a death penalty. Now what they gonna say about you? Yeah, that nigga dumb. That's crazy. Nigga crashed out. That's stupid. And I'm like, man, oh, but that nigga's a real one though. No matter what you do, it'll never be enough. So that's why it's best to please God and not man, because they'll never be satisfied. Believe me. A girl like put some gas in my car. I put some in it. It's not enough. Like, but you ain't put it on full though. And put it on full. But you ain't give me no money. You get him some money. You a trick. Like, oh man. You ain't there for a motherfucker. You ain't never been there for me. You're there for a motherfucker. Yeah, but that one time you wasn't. Oh my God. You there for them all the time. Yeah. Motherfuckers ain't did shit for me. It'll never be enough. It won't, man. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers is quick to say what you haven't done, but they not quick to say what you have done. It's never enough, man. So with that being said, man, Pac, you supposed to speak into existence what you want to happen. Pac just spoke like death over his life, and words become reality. So I would say, brother, God rest your soul. I feel like you had a chip on your shoulder, constantly having to prove yourself to people, or feeling like you got to prove yourself to people that don't love you. You got to be okay with people not knowing your side, or, you know what I'm saying? You got to be cool with people not liking you. They don't need a reason. That's what they chose to do with their life. If they got time to spread rumors and shit like that, you leave them to that. I just feel like, brother, you was constantly trying to prove yourself to people who don't love you. So with that being said, man, go where you celebrate it, not tolerate it. Please God, not man. Legend, subscribe.